We pulled data. It's all research backed. We also agree with it from our experience of selling homes and working with people that these 5 things really do make the biggest difference. So what's number 1? Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first podcast, Rooted in the Valley. I'm Lacey Summers with Summers Homes Northwest, and I'm joined by my co-host, Lauren Cummings. We have helped hundreds of families close homes in the Willamette Valley over the years, and it's our goal to be market leaders serving with excellence.
Okay, so let's kick things off. For everyone tuning in, let's paint them a picture. Why should they listen to Rooted in the Valley? What is this podcast really about?
Well, real estate is personal. It's not just a transaction. And we have both grown up and lived in the Willamette Valley our entire lives. And we've seen so many buyers relocating from outside of Oregon, from Portland Metro into this area. And they want to know, what is it really like here? What is the community like? What is the market? What are we experiencing? And so we have tremendous insight and knowledge to be able to provide, and we just want to do that in another medium on podcasts.
Yeah, and the edge really is local. We live here, we work here, and we raise our families here. So it's nice to be able to give those connections to our customers that are looking. Yeah.
So if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe because we want you to know about every episode, which should be monthly.
Yes. Okay, so first question is a good question that I want to ask you, and it's something we're all hearing.
So we ran a poll on our Instagram asking people what they wanted to know about, and they clearly said, what are the upgrades that really move the needle, what things to focus on when you're wanting to list your home. And so we're going to talk about the top 5. We pulled data. It's all research backed. And we also agree with it from our experience of selling homes and working with people that these 5 things really do make the biggest difference. So what's number 1?
I would say number 1 is interior painting, making sure you have neutral walls so it's easier for buyers to envision themselves, their furniture, their lives in the home. I think that is one of the number 1 things that's easy and not expensive, relatively expensive to...
Because you can do it yourself if you're able to. I've heard homeowners say, well, I don't want it to look stark like a hospital, but it doesn't.
And no, it really
Alabaster white is the most popular color of white to use. And it looks beautiful. Yeah. It's fresh and modern. Yeah. It does not look too stark. Yeah. It's really what buyers want right now.
Yeah. Swiss coffee, too, is another one where it's a little bit more creamier. And so for people who are, like, scared of that stark white, that's another one that I would totally recommend. And it just has a little bit of a warmer feel, but I think both of them do a great job at being neutral.
I just saw that the 2026 color of the year is khaki, and I'm not sure what I think about that for a neutral wall because it just reminds me of like 2007, that color everyone's using.
I would definitely, I think also just a neutral wall makes your house look cleaner. I mean, like it just gives like a new feel to it. We had clients who just painted their hallway all white color, and it just like, it opened it up.
Just the hallway.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And of course, if you're not able to paint yourself, we have a great painter we can recommend, and that investment is well worth it.
Of course.
All right, another one, lighting upgrades. This is easy and it's not expensive. You can do it yourself or a low-cost handyman can do it for you. So I don't know what you call them, but we call the kind of old-fashioned ones boob lights.
Yeah.
that are in a lot of hallways and bedrooms. Get rid of those. And each new light fixture, $20-$30 tops. Yeah. It makes such a big difference. Yeah. And then we've seen great success with our clients replacing that dining room hanging fixture.
Yeah, chandelier. Yeah. And all our clients get all special little links from us that are like the top rated ones. Right. And, you know, depending on where they're wanting to get their lights, a lot of time it's Amazon because it's easy.
It's easy. It's
and affordable. And honestly, if you just stick to like a modern matted black light fixture for a chandelier in the kitchen, like you're golden.
Right. Right.
But we do have some of our favorite ones that we share with our clients, and it's been great.
Right.
The other one I would say would be floor replacement.
Absolutely.
Like that, I feel like out of everything someone could do would be floor replacement. And like a luxury,
The LVP.
the LVP, where it's the waterproof scratch-free one, I feel like that one's really worth investing in if you're going to change something
Right.
other than paint
Even
and light
high-end
fixtures.
homes, they're putting in LVP.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
perfect for kids, for pets, scratch resistant, water.
It's just worth more money to put in the LVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard also sellers say, well, the buyer's just going to want to come in and pick their own flooring, so I don't think we should do it. But I disagree.
Yeah.
Because buyers clearly want move-in ready.
Yeah.
And they are comparing your home to the other ones that have updated flooring. And it's also out of pocket
Yeah.
cost for them.
Yep. Put in a wide LVP. That's
7-inch.
neutral. Yeah. That's,
Kind of an
you know,
oak
like,
tone.
yeah, no grade. I think it's worth the money, worth the investment. And I think another one is curb appeal. People don't realize that your house is like judged the second they walk up to it. And it's the curb appeal is so important. And we have amazing landscaper vendors, but for someone like you who loves to garden, it would be really easy to, you know, go to a local plant shop and pick out a few things and just like put mulch down and like freshen it up.
And it doesn't even have to be about planting a ton of flowers and plants.
Yeah.
It's simple things, just weeding,
Yes.
trimming trees and bushes. Sometimes mature plantings are too mature for the space.
Yeah.
We don't want them growing up over those front windows. They have to be trimmed down, or if they're too old, just replace those with a smaller shrub. Edging, mowing, and some fresh mulch.
Yeah.
So we've had clients have their whole yards cleaned up for $1,500 with a vendor, and it's done in one day.
Yeah.
So that's an option, or we can give specific recommendations.
Yeah. And I never really realized like the big impact that has, but I personally had like a huge cherry tree in my front that gave my yard shade, and you've been saying to like take it down, and so I finally did, and I'm like, okay, it actually does look so much better without it, because it was just way too big for the house that I have and all of that. And so now you can see my house.
Yes, it's so cute. When homes are first built, usually there's a small tree planted in the front that looks adorable. But then 20, 30, 40 years later, it's overpowering and it's hiding the house.
Yeah.
And it's making moss grow on your roof.
Yeah.
And it just changes the look. That tree might need to come down.
Absolutely.
As much as we love trees. But
Absolutely.
I have personally taken down a lot of trees in my yard.
Another thing that I think is well worth the money to invest in is your hardware.
Yes.
On your cabinets. Or in like your
indoors.
Faucets we're getting a little bit more into, you know, more things. But things like if I'm looking at a bathroom and there's a vanity that's outdated, a mirror and light fixture and a faucet, like those relatively are way cheaper than redoing the entire thing. Yeah, it's just like a soft bathroom touch. And if you do the hardware pullouts that are modern and they're in style, then a buyer is gonna like check that off the list mentally and be happy with that.
Okay, the number one return on investment statistically is replacing your garage door and a front door. And in the Pacific Northwest, the styles that are desirable are the wood tones or the matte sleek that have windows in them, front doors that let light come through.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in Oregon.
Yes.
We definitely need sunlight.
So think partially glazed doors, matte black, charcoal, deep green, or the warm wood tones.
Yes.
Now, if you can't go for the new front door, you can at least replace the hardware. And so instead of $1,000, $1,500 for a new door, you could spend $200 on a new, nice hardware.
Yeah.
That makes a difference too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the biggest takeaway is you don't have to do everything. Like you can just start with like updates that are affordable and
For your budget.
yeah, for your budget, whatever, that's different for every single person that's coming onto the market. And that is something that our clients really enjoy working with us is we're able to do our walkthroughs and be able to say, okay, I think paint here and do this and do this and provide all those links and vendors. It's a peace of mind and it fits, everyone's budget. And yeah.
Shifting gears into sleepless nights and silver linings. What transactions or client situations that we've had that have kept us up at night have caused some anxiety, some worry, but we've learned important lessons from them?
Yeah.
Can you think of one?
I do. Okay. Yes, I do know. I just closed on a short sale.
How long of a journey?
It was since June, this last June.
6 months.
6 months. First time buyer. Was so excited when we went into it. It wasn't something that we knew when we were looking. It was kind of in the process getting started.
So it wasn't a short sale when you first saw it?
Not yet. It was like starting to transition into it. But by the time we were like negotiating and stuff like that, yes, it was definitely within short sale. So none of our contingencies could happen. Well, I made sure they couldn't happen until we got that approval from the lender. And that wasn't until like 2 weeks ago. So it's
a long time of waiting until the last 2 weeks of 6 months.
Yeah. And it was like, okay, we got approval, like bang, bang, bang. Like it just like started happening. So a couple takeaways is so thankful for the other side to have two professional agents working together.
Because I know that in that 5-month period, you weren't just sitting there waiting.
Absolutely
Every
not.
single week, multiple times a week, you were communicating with the other agent. You guys were both following up with the lender, with the buyer, with the seller. There was, you were doing 6 months of work.
Yeah. I mean, we were at the mercy of a short sale lender. Like, what can I do? Can I give them a call? Like, we were really like at the end of it on the same team and putting the teamwork together. And so having two professional agents come together and try to figure it out for both their clients, because it's such a delicate situation,
you guys
was really powerful. And really, at the end of the day, that's what helped make the transaction close. Another thing is to have a strong lender on my side. My buyer was pre-approved with a strong local lender here, and having his support and his team kind of on call, ready to go for the last 6 months was really great as well, because as soon as we got that green light, we closed within a week and a half.
Right.
So it was like, you want to make sure to have someone who's able to provide that.
Short sales have a pretty negative reputation, but they're difficult. In this situation, you had the ideal team put together, and an amazing success story.
Yes.
You did a tremendous job. Congratulations!
Thank you so much. What's yours?
Okay, my tough situation was with a couple different sellers from this year. I mean, we all know the market's been tougher, and homes have taken longer to sell, and pricing has softened. So I think what was difficult is knowing that and communicating it to sellers up front, but they still insisted on pricing higher than we recommend, and to test the market, see what would happen, but nothing happens. And if they had priced more competitively at the very beginning, the result could have been so much better. And that is what kept me up at night, because I want to perform well for the seller, my client, and have them know we're doing everything we can. But pricing is so important. So,
and even when we're doing like our analysis of the market, when we're pulling comps for homes for sellers, homes that sold even 2 years ago. Like we're looking at a whole different market. And so,
Well, even the
yeah,
beginning
of
of the
last year.
year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And so it's really, I think, a powerful tool to have an agent who sells homes in an active market of what is today's. Like I saw a quote of like, if your agent has gotten through the market and has actually sold homes
in the last 2 years,
they're someone you should trust.
Right.
Because it is a market where homes are just sitting a little bit longer, but having a full-time agent, an agent who pours into social media and advertising and marketing, it makes such a difference. And so you've done so great at that. And I know that's been hard, but
you know what I think is really interesting is there is one question that all buyers and sellers should ask the agent they're considering hiring to represent them. And I don't think they really ask the question. And that is, how many homes did you sell this year? Yeah. How many homes did you sell last year?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think one of my favorite things, shout out to Tom Ferry and his conference about Jill Biggs, her billboard that she had that I can't remember if it was like,
list responsibly.
Yes.
Your cousin sold one home last year.
Yeah.
We sold 200.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. And it caught people's attention, which is it's so true. Like you want an agent who is actually performing selling in this market.
There are a lot of agents who've been in the industry 10, 20, 30 years. And that's fabulous. That's great longevity.
Yeah.
But are they actively selling? So ask your agent, how many homes did you sell last year in 2024, in 2025? And don't let them have a vague answer. But I've been in the industry a long time and have helped so many families say, how many did you sell last year?
Yeah.
In a tough market. And I'm excited to say we've sold over 60 homes in 2024 and 2025.
Yeah.
We're top 1% team in the state of Oregon and top team in our area.
Yeah.
So I would love for people to ask that question because I think it's going to be very revealing.
Yeah. I think another important question is also asking like what marketing does a real estate agent do that you're interviewing for your biggest investment that you're selling? I think it's crucial to have a real estate agent that markets your home not only mailers or locally. I think it also needs to be seen on these top-rated websites that consumers are going to.
Absolutely. Well, that is it for this first episode of Rooted in the Valley. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be bringing these to you monthly in the future. We're also going to have interviews with other community and business leaders. There is so much we're excited about highlighting for you so that you can really get to know this area, get to know our team. And again, thank you so much for your support.